ready to read a book. Mackenzie, what's one thing we do?
You can sound it out.
Oh, before I even start that, you're right. That is something that we can do when we come to some words we don't know. But before I even start reading, how do I get ready? Jayla, what are some things that we do?
We gotta read before we even do it.
What do we want to look at first? Hayden, help me out.
The title.
And before I even find the title, I'm looking at the cover of our book, right? All my friends are making great choices. Staying seated, please. So we're going to look at the cover of our book. And you're right. On the cover of our book, we'll find our title. And our title has those big letters, and lots of times they're bold and they really stand out. That lets us know that it's our title, Carly. And our title today is Big Red Barn. But even if you couldn't read those words, Joyce, how might you know what our book was about? Because good readers think about what they see on the cover and they start thinking already, I think this book is going to be about. We use that cover to give us clues. So let's look at my cover. Well, I already gave us the title, Big Red Barn. What do we think this book is going to be about? Isabel.
Animals.
Animals. And why would you think animals?
Because there's animals on it.
Because we see animals on the cover of our book. You're right. What else do you think? Alice.
Big red barn.
You see a big red barn. Kind of matches the words on the title, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Let's see. Skylar.
I know there is going to be a farmer in there because it has to be a farmer to take care of the animals.
Oh, so you think there's going to be a farmer in this book because a farmer would need to take care of the animals. Right. I like all the thinking my friends are going to do. Last friend, and then we're going to move on. Miss Isabel. Emma, sorry. There are some words under it. Thanks for noticing. We've been talking about the cover of our book, the title. Margaret Wise Brown is the author. That's the person who writes the book. And then it says pictures, that's the illustrator of our book, by Felicia Bond. Boys and girls, some of us are reading words already, and some of us are learning to read words. So if you are looking at books in book tubs today, you can just use the pictures to help tell that story. Today, you are going to whisper, use that one voice volume with a friend next to you, what you think is happening in our story. Isabel and Peyton, you might join together, Jacob and Adeline. Jacob, Jacob and Adeline. Oh, I like those one voice volumes. Thank you so much. When you and your partner have talked about what you think is happening on this page, give me a turn back this way and give me that silent thumb up so I know we're ready. Let's please finish in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you. All bodies should be facing me. What do we think is happening in this page right now? And I want you to try to tell it like a story. Let's see. Who have I not called on recently? Hey, Isabel.
The horses are going to come out of the barn.
The horses are going to come out of the barn. And I like that you phrased it as a sentence, Isabel. You didn't say there are horses, a barn, and a pig. You told it like a story. The horses are going to come out of the barn. Let's put our hands down and I want you to listen to our words now. There was a pink pig who was learning to squeal. There was a great big horse and a very little horse. And on every barn is a weather vane of course, a golden flying horse. There was a big pile of hay and a little pile of hay. only the animals are here today. That's kind of like what Skylar talked about. She thought there'd be a farmer, but they're away today. So the story it tells us is all about the animals. Take a look at this picture. Are you thinking about what's happening in our story? And if you want to share what you think is happening on this page, please raise your hand. Ethan. Corn is growing. You are right. I see that. Taylor, what do you notice? Hang on, I couldn't hear. They're on the farm. The animals are on the farm. Adeline. There's a scarecrow. All right, let's hands down. I like all the good thinking that we were doing. The sheep and the donkey, the geese and the goats were making funny noises down in their throats. An old scarecrow was leaning on his hoe, and a field mouse was born in a field of corn. Good noticing. That you did notice. Cock-a-doodle-doo! In the barn there was a rooster and a pigeon too, and a big white hen standing on one leg, and under the hen was a quiet egg. There was a bantam rooster and a little bantam hen with a big clutch of eggs. Count them. There are 10. I bet my friends have some ideas on what's happening on this page. Just give me a thumb up if you have an idea. Thank you. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Moo. Moo. There was a big brown cow and a little brown cow. There was an old black cat. Meow, meow. And a tiger tomcat. Yow, yow. There was a big red dog, bow wow, with some little puppy dogs all round and looks like it's happening on this page. Looks a little different than the other pages. Haley, do you have an idea you'd like to share with us? You think that they're going to eat the hay. Do I have anybody else who thinks that? Oh, I like those thumbs up. Emma, what do you think is going to happen? That they're going to eat it. So you agreed with Haley. Mackenzie.
I think they're going to play in the hay.
Think they're going to play in the hay? Let's find out. When the sun went down in the great green field, the big cow lowed, the little pig squealed, the horses stomped in the sweet warm hay, and the little donkey gave one last bray. And there they were all night long, sound asleep in the big red barn. Well, now because it's dark, it kind of looks weird. Yes, Skylar, what would you like to
I
tell me?
heard it before and I read it.
Only the mice were left to play, rustling and squeaking in the hay, while the moon sailed high in the dark night sky. And that is the end of our book. So friends, when you are reading in your book tubs, I want you to try to tell a story using those pictures. We're going to look at the cover to give us clues, and then we're going to look at those pictures to help tell that story. Thank you very much. We are getting ready for our literacy centers.